industry is now a loser. And that losing proposition, that losing mindset makes no sense to me.
Okay, I'll move on. I just want to make sure
you don't have to move on. I'm enjoying it.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Then I I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I think maybe the crux, and thanks for walking around the circles with me, because then I think it helps bring out what the crux here is.
The crux is you're going to extremes. Your argument starts from extremes. That if we give them any compute at all, in this narrow moment, we will lose everything.
No, I think what my argument
those
is...
extremes, they're childish. They're childish. Yeah.
The idea is not that there is some key threshold of compute.
Yeah.
It is that any marginal compute is helpful, right? So if you have more compute, you can train a better model.
And I just want you to acknowledge that any marginal sales for American technology industry is beneficial.
I actually don't. I mean, if the AI models that run on those chips are capable of cyber offensive capabilities, or training models are capable of cyber defense, running more models of those instances, it is not a nuclear weapon, but it enables a weapon of a kind.
The logic that you use, you might as well say it to microprocessors and DRAMs. You might as well say it to electricity.
But in fact, we do have export controls on the technology that is relevant to making the most advanced DRAM, right? We have all kinds of export controls on China for all kinds of chip making stuff.
We sell a lot of DRAM and CPUs into China. And I think it's right.
I guess this goes back to the fundamental question of is AI different, right? If you have the kind of technology that can find these 0 days in software, is that something where we want to minimize China's ability to get there first?
We want the United States to be ahead. We can control that.
How do we control that if the chips are already there and they're using that to train that model?
We have tons of compute. We have tons of AI researchers. We're racing as fast as we can.
Again, we have more nuclear weapons than anybody else, but we don't want to send enriched uranium anywhere.
We're not enriched uranium. It's a chip. And it's a chip that they can make themselves.
But there's a reason they're buying it from you, right? And we have quotes from the founders of Chinese companies that say that we're bottlenecked on
because our chips are better. On balance, our chips are better. There's just no question about it. In the absence of our chip, can you acknowledge that Huawei had a record year? Can you acknowledge that a whole bunch of chip companies have gone public? Can you acknowledge that? Can you acknowledge that? You can also acknowledge that the fact that we used to have a very large share in that market, and we no longer have the large share in that market. We can also acknowledge that China is about 40% of the world's technology industry. That market, to leave that market, concede that market for the United States technology industry is a disservice to our country. It is a disservice to our national security. It is a disservice to our technology leadership, all for the benefit of one company. It makes no sense to me.
I guess I'm confused of